Hello, it's Reija, and welcome to another discussion video. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you for all the people that have been subscribing to me in the past few days, and I want to thank my old subscribers. I appreciate so much the support you've given me in the past year. And now that that's out of the way, let's talk this day's topic, which is, are books political? The short answer is yes, they are. But I thought that we'd discuss what makes art and what makes books political in the first place. So human society as it is built today is based on politics. We've had politics and political movements ever since ancient Greece and ancient Egypt, and even before that. I would imagine that when the first cavemen were bickering who could stand next to the fire, they were already forming political alliances and making up political movements and rivalries. And in today's society, you really can't ignore politics because politics makes the world go round. Our societies are geared towards that. No matter if you live in a dictatorship or in a country where the government is formed of complete cinnamon rolls, you are surrounded by political actors. And in fact, you yourself are a political actor because you can vote. As a voter, you are a political actor. And even if you are one of those people who says, well, I don't vote, the system is corrupt, I don't believe that my vote does anything, that is a political statement, and you are a political actor enforcing your own set of political guidelines. So if all of us human beings are political actors, that makes books political as well, because you can't really separate your own biases, your own thoughts from the creative process, from your art. I mean, if you take a look at my videos and see what kind of topics I constantly bring up, I imagine that you can come up with a kind of profile for me, what kind of a political actor I am. And that goes for all people. Your art is a part of you. And even if you write about things that you do not endorse in real life, your art certainly is a part of you and enforces some of your thought processes. And when I hear people say that, well, I read it for the story, books are not political, all I hear them saying is, I don't want books to be political when they're talking about the kinds of politics that I do not agree with. And it definitely shows when we're talking about books that usually get criticized for bringing up politics. I'll show a few. And then let's talk about the books that don't get criticized if they bring up politics. Terry Pratchett criticizes unwieldy bureaucracy and politics in most of his work. Even if it's done in a funny way, he still does it. And he doesn't get criticized for it. George R. R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire criticizes toxic masculinity and women's role in society, and nobody is saying that his work is political. And George Orwell is pretty much the poster child for politics in books, yet there are some people who would argue against that. So I imagine that you can see a kind of pattern emerging here. In my experience, the people who most often get criticized for bringing up political topics in their work are women and people of color and sexual minorities. Funny how that works. And discussing the whole topic, I want to point a thing out. If you are a person who really reads the book for the story and doesn't want to see any politics in it, that's completely fine, but you shouldn't argue against it, because other people find value in that. Other people find value in analyzing the work and putting it in a political context. That's completely valid. And if your experience of wanting to just use it as escapism and escape to another world, then do that. But consider this. Your experience comes from a place of privilege, because not all people can distance themselves from politics, especially people who belong in minorities. So next time you are having these kinds of thoughts about, oh well, you know, I just want to read it for the story, think about your place of privilege and how that connects to that feeling. And there you have it. This has been my discussion video for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!